Good morning, everyone. Welcome to an episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I'm your yarn host, Jennifer, and I'm going to teach you how to make this little head wrap. Let's just be my little Christmas present to all of you. I'll give you a free pattern. It's super easy. It is made out of half double crochets, and yeah, see the construction of that? 2 strips here. So I made this with Premier Everyday Spirit something or another. I think it's in the color Fiesta. And this is, I think, $2 on Premier's website right now. If you guys wanted the same color as me, but I'm going to make another one in the color blue. And again, this is Premier Everyday in the color Wild Blue. So let me find my center, which I probably should have did before I started this. Probably should have, because you know my luck, I'm going to pull out Yarn Barf. And keep in mind, guys, my specialty is not tutorials. Not my specialty. I just do this for, you know, requests and fun. I'm going to pause while I untangle my mess. Alright, to start, we're going to do a slip knot. Oh, I should probably say, you don't have to use this yarn. You can use any 4-weight yarn for this. You could probably use a thick 3-weight or a thin 5-weight if you want. You're just going to have to shorten the amount of rows and measure it to your head. It's not a big deal. I'm using a 5.25 hook, but you could use a 5. You can use a 5.5. This pattern is not. It's not technical. It's very, very simple. And what I'm going to do to start is I'm going to chain 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Okay, just 26. We're going to go into the second row from the hook, and we're going to do a half double crochet. Now, you guys should know how to do a half double crochet, but if you don't, you wrap once like you're making a double crochet. You go in, you pull up a loop, you have 3 loops there, and you pull through all of them. Now you just do that all the way across, and at the end of the row you will have 25 half double crochets. Okay? It's pretty easy. This pattern is entirely half double crochets. There is just one little trick to get the crisscross, but that will be easy and I will walk you through that. So we got half double crochet all the way across, half double crochet over and over again. Half double crochet is like it's my go-to stitch. Like, I would rather use a half double crochet than a single crochet just because it's a little bit bigger, so I feel like the project goes a little faster. So a lot of times if like something is made out of single crochets, I will change it up and make it half doubles. It just feels like it's a more bulky of a stitch. Because single crochets, let's face it, single crochets can be a little bit tedious, especially if you're making like a big project. I love changing up singles and putting in half doubles instead. This color is really pretty. I have about 5 skeins of this in there and I've been saving it because it's like, I love the color. Oop. I love the color. Got a little excited. My hook slipped out. Yeah, I just heard a dirty joke there and I'm not going to say it. Alright, we're coming up to the end. Just put our last one in there. There should be 25. Okay. That's what it looks like. Chain 1, turn your work. Now, the second row. This one's very complicated. Pay very close attention. Half double crochets all the way across. So there should be 25 half double crochets in row 2 and in row 3 and row 4 and 5 all the way till you get to row 30. So there should be 30 rows of half double crochets. Now keep in mind, this is for my head. I have a large head. I think my head is 22 or 23 inches around. So if you need this starting row to be maybe 28 rows instead, that's fine. If you have a smaller head, go for 28 rows. This is totally adjustable to the size of your head. So what I want you to do is to continue making rows that consist of 25 half double crochets over and over again till you reach about row 30. And the point where you stop should reach, this part will touch the back of your head down the center, and then row 30 or row 28 if you have a small head should reach just about your temple. So it should stretch up around your head, just around where your temple is. I'm going to have you measure this to fit your own head. So it's completely customizable. I don't want you to make it too big. When you finish this, I want it to be a little bit tight on your head because this will stretch out. And in about 2 weeks, it will not fit you anymore. So make it snug, but not tight to where it hurts. Just form-fitting. Okay? So that should be 25. I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and I will see you guys at row 30 or 28 if you have a small head. Alright, we've made it 30 rows, and the way this should measure, this part should go up the back center of your head. So that if you take your neck and you cut it in half, this should touch the center of your neck, and this should wrap around your head, and this should touch somewhere towards the top of your temple. Okay, so it should wrap around your head most of the way around up to your temple. Now here is where we put the crisscross in. If you look at this one, see the crisscross? This is actually 2 panels this way. So we're going to do 20, not 20, we're going to do 12 half double crochets over and over and over again, a strip of that. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to do 12 more. And now 12 plus 12 is 24, and there's 25 here. That is on purpose. There is an empty space right here that does not get crocheted into. You guys see that? That one's left empty. So you have 12 and 12. And each one of these rows is 32 rows. So this will be 32 rows of half double crochet, okay? And when you get to the end of that, you come back over here and start on this side, and you do 12 all the way till you get 32 rows, okay? And then I will show you that so nobody gets confused. We'll start here, okay? Chain 1, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. Whoop. See that? Then we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And then we continue on with the half double crochets. So there should be 12 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Chain 1 and turn our work. Okay, that's 2 rows. We got 30 more rows to do, and I will meet you at the end of that. I made a mistake, guys. It's not supposed to be 32. It's supposed to be 22. I misspoke. 22. This is 22 rows, and I'll show you how to measure this for your head, because my numbers are for my head, and you guys can make this more rows or less rows. So to start, this is 30 rows, and it measures from the center of the back of my head to my temple. You see? To my temple, the front of my temple. This part measures across to my other temple, okay? Isn't that cute? Yeah, I'm real fashionable. Okay, so this is 22 rows. This is 30 rows. Now, I got to the end of my 22 rows, and it fits from temple to temple. It's actually a little bit big, but that's okay. If you guys need to make that less rows, that is perfectly fine. Make it 18 rows. Okay, that's what it looks like. Now, I'm going to make another slip stitch. Actually, I had to switch cameras because my big camera is right there, but I can't see myself in the big camera, so I just switched to my phone. Now you see how we stopped here. This is my 22 rows. This could be 18 rows if you have a small head. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just measure it to yourself. Now we're going to flip it, and we're going to come over here, okay? I'm going to insert my hook, and I'm going to attach it with a slip knot. Slip knot. Okay, I'm going to chain 1. And I'm going to half double crochet in that same stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm crocheting right over the top of my tail. Okay, see, right over the top of it. How many was that? I started talking, I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And you will see we have 1 stitch left over there. See that? This one will remain empty because when these crisscross each other, it gives it a little bit of room so it does not buckle. See? So it doesn't do that. Because if you put it too close together, it's not going to want to lay flat when you crisscross it. See? So we're going to repeat this row just like we did this row. Or 22, not 32. 32, it would fit an elephant. And we're going to have another strip that looks exactly like this, okay? Now, if you get confused and you lose count, each one of these ribs is 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's how you count your half double crochet rows, in case you have a hard time seeing where the stitches are. If you're using a variegated, it's a little bit easier because you can see the color definition. So there's a row here, and a row here, and a row here, and a row here. See? But when you use a solid color, it's a little bit harder. So I just use the ridges, and I go 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. Okay? So continue making a strip on this side that looks exactly like this one. 22, or whatever measures from forehead across your forehead. Because as you guys can tell, I have a really big forehead and a big head. Okay? And I will meet you at the end of that with my big camera, so you'll be looking down again. I know this is probably the worst tutorial you've ever watched, but this is just my little Christmas gift to you to give you guys my free little pattern, because I really like the way that turned out and I think it's cute. All right, back to the big camera. All right, so we're on the last row. We chained one. We're doing our 12 double crochets in the last row, whatever that row is for you. What you want to make sure is that you end your row in the center here, okay? And I will show you why in just a minute. I mean, if you don't end your row in there, you can cut it. It's not a big deal. You can just cut your thread and reattach another one, but I'll show you why I like to end it in the center. Okay, so we'll get our 12 half double crochets across. I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, so we got our 12. This is what it looks like. Okay, this will be the head wrap part that goes around up until your forehead. And then we have two here, okay, two flaps. Okay, we ended our row in the middle, okay, in the middle. And the reason we want to do that is because, watch, this part gets really, really complicated. So pay very close attention, because this is where the twist comes in. You ready? Oh, you see? You want me to do it again? All right, lift, cross, ta-da! Now, what we're gonna do to attach this is we are going to line these up just like this. See that? And double crochet, chain one, because remember there was a chain one down here. Chain one, double crochet. Okay, so we're going to uncross it for a second so we can go back across. Chain one, double crochets. I hope this doesn't confuse anyone. Double crochet. All the way, we'll have 12 double crochets. Okay. This should be 11 and 12. Whoop, I missed the hole. Chain one. Okay. Let's go back to, see where it's crossed. Now we're going to attach it. Do not slip stitch there. Half double crochet there. There we go. Now I got it. I confused myself. See, I write down half-ass notes and then I forget. Okay, so you see that? 12 half double crochets, chain one, 12 half double crochets. Do not slip stitch. I made a mistake. See, I make lots of mistakes, guys. And usually I make a mistake in every project that I make. And you guys can probably hear my Christmas clock. I'm not even in the same room with my Christmas clock. It's loud though. I make mistakes in every project that I make. And I leave them in there because I just do. Okay? We will weave this end in later if that's an issue for you. Okay? We got our 12. See that? Let me lay it flat for you. Okay. And I know this looks like it has like a peak, but as you crochet more, it will pull itself taut and it will be a straight line. That's how you get your crisscross. Okay. just right here, we'll go back to 25 half double crochets. I apologize if this camera is wiggly. I'm leaning on it because I do not have fancy camera equipment. So, turn our work. I'll show you this next row, and then I'm going to leave you guys to it. Half double crochet 25 times. We're back to the 25. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. There's my 12. See, you want to make sure that that is like that. Okay, so you got 12. Number 13 will be in the space. And then 14, 15, all the way across till you have 25 half double crochets. Now continue chaining 1, turn your work, 25 half double crochets until it fits your head. And when it fits your head, we're going to seam up the other side. We're going to put the two sides together and seam it up. And you guys can seam it up any way you want. And 25. Okay, see that? That is your cross. So that is that part. Okay? Keep going. 25 half double crochets, and I will see you at the end. Alright, so what happened, for some reason, I was only able to get to 16 rows on this side before it fit. So we're going to seam it up, but the seam is going to be towards the side of my head. So the best way to hide a seam is to sew it. I'm going to get my needle out. My needle. Cut a long tail. Put it on the needle. Okay. Then we'll close this off. And then we're going to put these two sides together. And we're going to sew it closed. Line it up. And if you just go through the top loop and the back loop, you will have a much more hidden seam. On this side. Right? See, so when we open it, it will not be as visible. So I'm going to continue doing this. Make sure you keep your stitches aligned so that when you get to the end, you're not all crooked. Top loop here, back loop there, top loop, back loop, and on and on. I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to tie a knot. And I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see what this looks like on my head. All right, guys, here it is. Here it is. And do you guys see the seam? Right there. Barely noticeable. Barely noticeable. That's why I use that stitch. I actually learned that from Jade on Stitches. All right, and this is how you put it on. See? This yarn is clearly thicker than the yarn I used for this because it's it came out bigger. But I don't mind. And it looks really cute when you get like a little messy bun going on up here. See? So, and it's completely customizable. Okay, you don't want to make this 25 stitches. You can make it half the size. But then you make these half the size. But always leave in that extra stitch right here. The little gap. See? I love this. And it's actually a much darker blue than it is showing up on this camera. But he covers everything. Covers part of the back of my neck. Covers my ears. Keeps my head toasty. It has room for my ponytail. Alright. I hope you guys were able to follow this pattern. Because like I said, I am not a professional tutorial person. I'm not very good at it. I'm not very experienced with the tutorials. But I just wanted to, you know, show you guys how to make this and give you guys my little pattern for free for Christmas. So this is my Christmas gift to you. Pick your favorite color or pick something that matches your coat or something that matches your hair if you got like funky hair, like whatever, you know. Make one for Christmas. This only took me about an hour to make. It may take up to 2 hours for slower crocheters, and that's perfectly fine. No rush. Have fun with it. This will be really cute with some sparkly yarn, which I happen to have some in the other room, which may end up making one. So, all right, I hope you guys enjoyed. And this is going to be my last video for the Christmas season. I want to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas, and I will be back after Christmas. I hope you have a fantastic season. Spend it with your family, spend it with your loved ones, friends, your puppies, your kittens, whatever makes you happy. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. And if you do make this for yourself, go ahead and leave me a picture on my Facebook or tag me on Instagram at Cinnamon Stitches. I think I'm at Cinnamon Stitches. Anyway, you guys can figure it out. All right, bye.